Good midday, good midday, good midday. We are grateful and thankful to God for the awesome opportunity and privilege to be able to come and to enter into your space, your place, and let it be known that the word of the Lord is still powerful and strong. That God's word is able to do above and beyond all we could ever ask or think. And so we welcome you, one and all. We welcome each and every one of you, whether you are watching live or whether you'll watch it a little bit later. We again are thankful to God for the privilege. And we never want to take for granted the privilege to be able to share with you, Minister Sarah Jenkins. Bless your heart for being here on this wonderful day. And for that, we give him glory and praise and honor. All of that belongs to him. Jemison, bless your heart. Tamika, good to have you on board with us on today. It's a great day. A great day. Sun is shining. Legend is well. He's still in the hospital. They are monitoring him. He should be released today. Um, Pray for his mama. That's all I'm gonna say because she's not the most observant person. So thank be to God that when he had his seizure, he was at the daycare. Um, my little great grandson is an overwhelmingly independent little young man, and a lot of times she's sleeping in the bed while he's roaming all through the house. So thank be to God, everything went well. I will check upon him. I was with him yesterday. The medication that they gave him was designed to keep him asleep until they could figure out what was what. But when he woke up and took my keys, wanted to drive, got mad when I had to leave. So um, that's my little boy. And so we're grateful to God that things are as well as they are. Chaplain Hearns, Nancy, Elder Carter, bless your heart. Veronica, Timothy, Carolyn, bless you. Okay. And so we are grateful. Hey Nancy, these is different kind of mothers and fathers. These are, hey Andrea, they're not like us. They are not as studious. They are not as attentive. Um, and for the most part, in their own minds, they are overwhelmingly preoccupied with nothing. But your prayers have availed much. And so I am thankful to God for each and every one of you. Minister Faith Thornton, Darlene, how are you? Kathy, how are you feeling? Okay. And we are just grateful to God for those of you who immediately, Ethel, bless your heart, um, went in prayer. And so, again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will check upon him. We will see how he's coming along and do whatever need to be done. And again, I am Denise. I am uh, just just beyond um, grateful for all that you have done. This is the first time you prayed this little boy through because he actually became totally non-responsive. He was at the daycare eating, and we still to this day don't know why he had the seizure. His mother has been given. Thank you so much, Denise. His mother has been given some medication, but you got to pay attention to your child to know when to do it. So pray for her that she will be a little more attentive, especially with her having a second one getting ready to show up. Okay. It won't do any good, Kathy. God says all things work together for good to them that love God and are the call according to his purpose. You hang in there praying for you and with you. I guarantee you things will get better. Okay. Dr. James, myself, thank you so much for being here. Laverne, that's what I'm talking about. I was wondering how your report would come along, Barbara Foots. And so we are grateful to God for each and every one of you and what you have done in the lives of that little boy. What's the truth of the matter is, he's not a little boy. That boy, he'll be 3 years old in a couple of months, and he looks like he's 6. I mean, because he's a big boy. His daddy is big boned, so it is what it is. But we're grateful that it is as well as it is. Shirley, and so he's an extremely intelligent little boy, observant, nosy, tries to figure stuff out. So he got that honest. So that's all. That's all I'm going to say about how do you overcome stress? What is it that you have to do? And remember, we talked about Philippians um, in Philippians 4:4. It says, "Rejoice in the Lord." And again, I say rejoice. So joy, and we shared this with you. Joy has nothing to do with what you feel or what you're going through. Happiness is predicated upon positioning and situations and circumstances. Joy has a lot to do with, and everything to do with, our God given ability to be able to persevere through something and not allow what is being experienced to control our joy. Linda, Pat, bless you for being here. Joy keeps you calm in the midst of some of the most extenuating circumstances. It'll keep you calm in chaos. It will keep you tranquil in turmoil. And it will give you peace when you want to panic. Cora, how is you? And so what we all have to recognize and understand, to be able to overcome, to be able to go through, there's some choices that have to be made. You got to make it up in your mind. Am I going to continue to be controlled by my environment? Am I going to continue to be controlled by what I think, what I sense? Or am I going to be controlled by what I know? And there has to be a moment. Hey, Sabrina, there has to be a moment in our lives when we make the appropriate decision. Paul says, rejoice. Trinette, how are you? Tell hubby we said hello. Rejoice. You have to choose. Hey, Christy, how are you? You have to make a choice. Okay, here I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I'm gonna say it. Every day of my life, I have to make a choice as to whether I'm going to be happy or whether I'm going to be miserable. Bobby McKenzie, thank you so much for being. I make a choice, which when I make the appropriate choice, it changes my observations. It changes my perspective. But I've got to make that choice. And the choice that I make is not based upon what I feel and based upon what I see and based upon what I'm experiencing. And the thing about it is, you can be happy in these sessions, or don't forget about 6:30 is midweek or Sunday morning worship. But how do you manage your life when you don't have your pastor there to encourage you? It's a decision. Happiness is based upon circumstances and situations. Joy is based upon who I know I am in the Lord. You got to remember, and there's something very powerful in Romans 8:28. And I need us to look at Romans 8:20. Hey, Stephanie, all things work together for good to them that love God and are called according to his purpose. Now, It does not say in that text that all things are good, because there are some horrifically bad and tumultuous moments that come into every one of our lives. Nobody is exempt, nobody is absolved from going through those things. As a matter of fact, when Paul is writing this letter in Philippians, um, chapters, Carletta, good midday, chapter 4, he's dealing with the fact that he may just lose his life. He's in a dungeon. He is chained in probably one of the most horrific situations that any human being could possibly be in, but he makes a decision. That's what you got to do. And listen, Laverne, the thing is, you ain't got to memorize the whole Bible, but you need to remember, you need to memorize something, because when trauma and trouble and craziness come, you ain't got time to pull out your concordance. You ain't got time to Google it. There's some stuff that has to be in your mind and in your spirit so that you know the word of the Lord is operating effectively and powerfully. And so what you've got to remember, it doesn't say, hey, Debbie, it doesn't say that everything is good, but all of it will work together for your good. The linchpin is to them that love God and are the called according to his purpose. And that's the powerful point that many people have to look at and have to recognize. If you're outside of the will of God, then you can't expect to have the peace of God, because the first thing you got to do is get back in the will of God. And when you get back in the will of God, then you'll have the peace of God. You cannot have the peace of God outside of the will of God. Mm, 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 mm. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm gonna have me some peace. Now, even when that little boy went through what he went through, yeah, you had that initial moment. But then after that, it's like, okay, Holy Spirit, number one, if you did it before, you do it again. This ain't the first time. This ain't the first rodeo. It's not the first time that we've had to deal with this little boy being in a traumatic situation. And I know who you are. I stayed at the hospital while everybody else was in the room, and everybody, my granddaughter, oh, you can come. No, there are rules. The rules are there should not be more than two people in that room with that little boy and the mama at a time. So guess what I did? I sat outside. I had a situation that I had to deal with, got on my phone, did what I needed to do. And in the midst of all of that, okay, and had some moments. And then when I had a chance to go in and see him, and he peeped around his grandmother and he looked at me, and then he got that smile on his face, and then he reached up, and I was hugging him and he was hugging me. There are some decisions that you got to make. You are either going to fall apart or you're going to trust God. And so in the midst of this, you have to remember that all of this works together for good. There's a fascinating, how much time I got? I got 2 minutes. There's a fascinating situation that takes place in Luke chapter 10. Luke chapter 10, verses 38 through 42. There's a rift between two sisters, Mary and Martha. So Jesus goes to their house, and Martha is in there working, and she's doing all kind of stuff, and she's preparing an elaborate meal. She's doing all that stuff. But Mary is sitting at the feet of Jesus, and she has not helped do anything. You didn't hear what I said. Has not lifted a finger, hasn't lifted. And so now she's becoming stressful. She's becoming anxious. She's becoming angry. Why? Because you should be helping me. This is what you should do. This is how you should. This is how. Does that sound familiar? And Jesus turns around to Martha. You're worried and you're being bothered about too many things. But there's only one thing that's necessary, and Mary made the appropriate choice. Let me paraphrase this. Jesus basically said, Martha, chill out, and calm down. Take a deep breath, relax, because you're getting ready to let the stress take you out. Settle down. I got this. Find your joy in me and not in the meal. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all didn't he says, find the joy in me, but not in the meal, not in what you're doing, not in the preparation. Okay. And I appreciate what you're doing. I understand that clearly, and I gotta go. But what you have to know and recognize, the meal is great, but I'm greater. Sarah, bless your heart. The meal is great, but I'm greater. Can I say it one more time? The meal is great, but I'm greater. I got to go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget about 6:30 midweek worship. Come on and join me. Spread the word. Tell everybody. And so we want to look at some issues of forgiveness. Got to look at something else that just might be messing us up, and we don't even know we're messed up. I'll see y'all a little bit later. Love you with the love of Jesus, who is the Christ. May God bless you. May he keep you, is our prayer.